Good morning, everybody. I'm in Okune, which is near National Park, Central North Island. We've got Ruapehu in the backdrop, but I'm going to travel around that mountain or volcano so I can see Nauahui as well. We're going to Whakapapa village. I'm really just after a really chilled drive out there. It takes about 35 minutes. My plan A is to photobank some blue hour shots for Astro. Last night I was out. There was a really clear sky, and the Milky Way was, I guess, out as well. But some clouds sort of came in around the mountain, and I was going to photograph the Chateau Tongariro, which is this old luxury lodge that's now sort of derelict, I guess, although there were lights on inside, so I don't know what that was about. So I thought I might stitch together some Milky Way shots with that as the foreground, as a composition. I just have to do a bit of research to find what the angles and whereabouts the Milky Way should be placed. But at first I need to collect that. When I was there last night, just the lights were really super weird. So to have a nice clean foreground, I thought I'd take a shot in blue hour. And it also, hopefully, will have a nice clear outline of Ruapehu in the background. There's no point in just having the Chateau Tongariro. You've got to have Mount Ruapehu all looking good too. So here to the right, this big mountain is Mount Ruapehu, and the lights are people travelling up to the ski field. And then further in front of us we have Mount Nauahui, which both of these are volcanoes. You can see that the sky is getting quite light, but there are no clouds. And that's really the beauty of blue hour, is hopefully the foreground can be nicely lit with even light, because the sun isn't up, obviously. There should be some nice clear, like the skyline, so that when it comes to editing the Milky Way, you can just place it the sky for the Milky Way. And blue hour is really great. You should expect less cloud because the sun isn't up and the ground isn't being warmed, so there shouldn't be that fog that comes up that you might see at golden hour. I'm going to try and photograph 2 or 3 locations because we're going to lose the darkness really fast, and I want these pictures to have a sort of underexposed foreground. That should keep it looking a little bit more natural by the time we add a Milky Way to the sky. I get the sense that I might not have left early enough, but that's okay. So the lighter it is, the shorter the exposure needs to be. So it might be that I'm just aiming for exposures of, I don't know, 1 second rather than 30 or 60 seconds for the foreground. If you're on these roads, just be careful. People go pretty darn quick, and you don't often see them, at night time with their headlights until they're right upon you. You sort of lose all your headlights. You can sort of outrun your headlights, I suppose. So another thing that was a bit tricky last night was trying to pick the photo locations for this morning because it was just so dark. And I didn't save any spots on a map anywhere, like Google Maps. But now in blue hour, you can see the silhouette of the mountains, and with your headlights, the foreground is lit. So, this should be a much easier way to find your compositions. But I can see some cloud over there, so that's not so good. So blue hour should work quite well because the sun is rising from the opposite side of these 2 mountains. So tune off at Y Marino. So here is Mount Ruapehu. You can see Whakapapa ski field. It's little lights. Then if we turn to look the other way, we can see Mount Narahoe. It's that smaller triangle mountain volcano. Then even further around, and you probably don't see it very well in this shot, but you have Mount Tongariro, which is where the Tongariro crossing is. And we're going to visit the Chateau Tongariro this morning, hopefully in time to not have it all lit too brightly. Yeah, it's a lovely drive. Okay, so shots. I'm after one with the Chateau Tongariro, one of Mount Narahoe, and then one of what is called Golem Falls, and I will find the right name for that soon. Time is 5:49, which means that sunrise is happening basically as we speak. So we're about 10 minutes out from Whakapapa village, which is different to the Whakapapa ski field. But as you can see, it's a really clear, crisp morning. And I'm just sort of boosting it to, I guess, the first spot that I think will need to be photographed, which is Chateau Tongariro. Sorry about my dirty windscreen. But yeah, how amazing and clear does that look? So still, clear, crisp. So this is the tallest mountain in the North Island of New Zealand. And second to that is Mount Taranaki. So coming up here on our left is the Chateau Tongariro. Yeah, so you can see what I mean by being a beautiful old lodge. Alright, time to slow down. Really, it's just a run and gun, so I'm going to turn this off and do that running and gunning.
Drunk as hell this night on the stereo. Place your hands in mine, so real.
Good morning. Which direction are you shooting? That way.
Silence there to be warm. And in the night affairs to be done. I'm waiting for a lifeline to hold me. I'm waiting for a lifeline to hold me. I'm waiting for a lifeline to hold me. I'm waiting for a lifeline to hold me over my head. Hold my home, this house on the America. Place your hands in mine, so let go. Light years away from me. God, why can't you see? I'm waiting for a lifeline to hold me. I'm waiting for a lifeline to hold me. I'm waiting for a lifeline to hold me. I'm waiting for a lifeline to hold me over my. Oh, my father's soul, and I lost it all. Breathe is a reason on, I gotta go. Light years away from me. And God, why can't you
Okay, so the time is 6:40 and I'm going to head down the mountain. Got a nice shot of Mount Taranaki. It's obviously better from the Turoa ski field side, but nonetheless you can see it from Whakapapa too. Okay everyone, so it's well and truly in golden hour at the moment. You can see these grasses being lit up really well. There was a nice rim light on the mountains earlier. And I think I've got the shots that I needed for the blue hour for the photo banking for Astro. Clearly there are lots of other shots around here like Taranaki Falls and Tama Lakes, which would make some really amazing Astro photographs. But we'll keep to the basics today because you can't do everything. Yeah, you sort of just have to pick one spot and have some, I guess, inner peace about it all. So, golden hour mode. We'll take some shots of some of these mosses and grasses really quick because I still want to get down to the waterfall. And this seems like that classic landscape scene where you sort of stop the aperture down to about f8 or f11. Given there's no breeze, you can do whatever you want with the shutter, and you just keep the ISO nice and low. So I'm not sure there's been any photographer that's complained about golden hour, and I don't really want that to be me, but there are two things that are a bit tricky. One is having the light shining in your eyes, and the second is lens flares. So I generally try and avoid it, but it can add something, but not for me today. So to finish my shot at this location, I'm just going to look for some more interesting foreground stuff, and then we'll boost on down to the waterfall before it gets too bright, and then home for breakfast. Well, motel for breakfast. really love this spot. It's a place that I would definitely visit many times, and in fact, I guess I might pop up here in the summer and go for a walk up Mount Ruapehu. Yeah, have a walk up there. There'll be less snow, that'll be fine. It's really nice to get out for just that morning drive too. Not sure whether you are all morning people, but some people find it really hard to get out of bed. I can be like that sometimes, but this morning, that was just so easy, eh? So the time is almost 7 o'clock in the morning, and what a great morning to be out for a drive. I am a bit worried that I've left it a bit late to get down to this waterfall. The sun is probably peaking and lighting up some of the trees in the background. But that's alright. I'll go and check it out anyway. So here we are. It's called Tawhai Falls. You see how the sun is now skimming the top of these trees and providing that sort of rim light. Well, that's the sort of thing that I was hoping to avoid. So we'll have a race down this track and hopefully get there before some of that is seen in the shot by the waterfall. So you can see potentially up there, the sun is sort of lighting up those trees, so that's not ideal. But I've taken some underexposed photos to have a try, and merge together with the Milky Way a bit later. I'm not sure whether you can hear me because it is quite loud with this moving water. Interesting to see that there's some ice, well, in the puddles anyway. So it's been a bit chilly. Alrighty, I'm going to wrap up the video there. I just want to thank you for coming along with me on this runabout this morning. I've got some blue hour shots, which, as I said, I'm going to compose with the Milky Way. Rather than putting those compositions here in this video, I'll probably wait a few months or maybe next year, photograph the Milky Way that would align better. So I have to have a look at photo pills and see where the alignment would be. But in this video, I'll put some of those non-composed Milky Way shots and some of the golden hour shots at the end of the video. So thanks for coming along, and hopefully we'll see you all in the next video. Alrighty, bye from this beautiful location. See ya!